What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm back here for another car news video here on the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a brand new car that was revealed at Monterey Car Week, which is the brand new 2021 Lamborghini Countach LPI 800-4. This is something that Lamborghini has built in commemoration of the 50 years of the Countach back in 1970. We're going to be talking about this car. We're going to get into all that, the specs, everything you need to know about this car. So yeah, with that, hopefully you guys do enjoy, and let's get started. Alright, so I guess I should probably start with the history of the Countach a little bit, where it comes from. So back in the 1970s, Lamborghini decided to build the Countach. So this would be a supercar to compete with the likes of Ferrari and Maserati at the time. Now the Countach that most of you guys remember is the one from 1985, which is the Quattro Valvole. But that is not what that car looked like back in the 70s. It actually looked like this, which you guys can see. It definitely does not look like what it does from the car posters and everything. It looks, let me just say, stock. But that's what it is. It just pretty much looked like that. Very simple. Nothing to kind of break up the lines or anything. It was a very simple supercar, and I think that was the look they were going for back at the time in the 1970s. Now, 1985, they did introduce the Quattro Valvole, which is the one that most people know and remember, with the big wing in the back, the ground effects, the wheels, everything about that car. That's the 1985 one, and that was really the one that was really the car that Lamborghini that took Lamborghini to a big brand, to compete with the likes of Ferraris. Now that's kind of the car that kind of started the Lamborghini brand, in my opinion. I know you have stuff like the Miura and whatnot, but the Countach Quattro Valvole, that one, I think that was the car that really got things moving for them. Now, I should mention that both cars did have a V12 and made around 400 horsepower, I believe. It was actually kind of quick. It's definitely interesting that today, even in the world of electric cars and everything like that, we're still getting the V12 Lamborghini experience. So that's really cool. All right, let's talk about the new one. Now, Lamborghini decided to build the Countach to commemorate the one that was built 50 years ago, and you can actually see the exterior styling bits kind of resemble the one from the 1980s, and I think that overall the car does look pretty cool. Now, this car is based off of another Lamborghini Sign or Cyan, however you pronounce it. It is based off of that one, and you can definitely see it, and I think that's kind of part of the reason why some people do not like this car as much as maybe they could. You can definitely see that at the back, those taillights definitely do resemble the Lamborghini Sign, as well as some other bits as well. And I mean, I think that, again, they did a pretty good job here with what they could work with, and obviously they can't take the exact design from the 1970s and plaster it on on an Aventador. I mean, they can't do that. Car regulations have changed drastically from the 1970s, and it's still cool to see that Lamborghini is actually paying tribute to a car like this. Alright, so now onto the interior. Well, let's just say it is pretty much the same as any Lamborghini Aventador. If you've ever been in an Aventador, or you've ever seen the interior of an Aventador, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's exactly the same. Not really too much. Not really too many differences, although there is a plaque in the middle, I believe, of the center console right there, telling you what telling you what number your car is out of 112. I think that's really about it. I do like the I do like the red leather interior. Does give it a nice contrast, and again, it reminds me of the 1985 Countach. I mean, that it's just very reminiscent. So they did pay attention to details, I will say, but um, I mean, it wasn't going to be exactly like the old Countach. All right, so let's talk about the engines. Let's talk about the engine here. So it does still have a 6.5 liter V12, which is absolutely awesome. I'm so glad that Lamborghini is still sticking with that V12 power plant. Um, and it actually is hybrid assisted. So I think this is kind of like a little test run for Lamborghini, to see what that how that is, hybrid assistance right there. See how it all works. But it does have a total combined horsepower of about 800 horsepower and 557 pound-feet of torque. That is actually pretty good. So let me talk about the price. $2.64 million for this car. 112 are being built, and yes, they've all been accounted for, so there is no way possible to get one at this moment. But I'm sure if someone is selling theirs or has an allocation, that would be your way in. But yes, 112 units have already been accounted for. That is just insane. So yeah, with that, I think that's pretty much all the specs I need to talk about here. So I want to wrap up the video with my thoughts and opinions here about this car. When I saw the Instagram post from Lamborghini stating that they would be building a car with the Countach name, I was kind of hyped for a minute. I was kind of hyped because I was like, okay, another V12 supercar with the Countach name, that would be awesome. I mean, the fact that they would be bringing that back to replace the Aventador and whatnot, that is awesome. That would have been awesome, and that was what I was thinking. And I'm sure some of you guys were thinking that as well too. I cannot be the only one. And then finding out that it was it's a limited production car, 112 units. Yeah, I mean that was like, I was a bit disheartened right there, because I feel like Lamborghini could have had so much potential with that car. And I wish that Lamborghini made this an Aventador replacement. It would have been really cool, and I think that there would have been a lot of hype around that, and it probably would have sold very well, in my opinion. A Countach, people just remember that car. Back in the night. I mean, I wouldn't know, but I've heard stories, and I just can only imagine back in the 1980s. It was either that, you liked the Lamborghini Countach or the Ferrari F40. So it's just I do like this car still, and I think it's great. I know that these cars are gonna just keep going up in value as time goes on. As we get closer to that, fully electric car type society, where we're only going to be driving Teslas and only electric cars, really. I hope that comes later on, not so soon, but yeah, I'm glad that Lamborghini is doing this, and I think that, again, this is kind of like a test to see how the hybrid technology works. So they're probably going to be doing that. They're probably gonna, there probably will be some sort of Lamborghini model coming soon that will probably have the same hybrid system later on in the future. So yeah, that's my thoughts, and that's all the specs, information. That's my thoughts on the brand new Lamborghini Countach. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Again, this car is awesome, but yeah, do wish that was an Aventador replacement. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys didn't like to see more, make sure you drop a like, as well as subscribe. More content like this. That all being said, I'll see you guys in the next episode.